Tock, tock, tock. The shy knock echoed at Babita's door. The lumberjack, a bit hazy from too much palm wine at dinner, wasn't quite sure where the sound was coming from. Tock, tock, tock. The visitor was persistent, though the knock remained timid. This time, it registered. Someone was definitely at his door. He stumbled to his feet, swaying slightly as the alcohol weakened his legs. He pulled the door open and his jaw dropped. There, standing on his doorstep, was the young maiden Suzie, looking more beautiful than he had ever seen her. In an instant, the fog of the palm wine evaporated from his mind, leaving it as clear as the sacred waters of Ebuka's fountain. "What are you doing here, young miss?" he whispered, his voice trembling. "Aren't you sleeping yet?" he added, feeling his confidence shrink before her stunning beauty. Suzie watched the muscular lumberjack, his eyes darting nervously left and right, checking for any imperial sentinels. He was completely flustered. Then, when he least expected it, Suzie lunged forward, catching him completely off guard, and pressed her lips against his. "Oh, wow, well, double quotes," Babita started to say, but she silenced him, placing a finger gently on his mouth. She leaned in for a second kiss, and this time, the future commander of the Imperial forces was more than ready. He wrapped his arms around her waist, and they shared a passionate embrace. They moved together into his room, closing the door behind them and tumbling onto the soft mattress of his bed. But just as things were heating up, Suzie suddenly pulled back. "Not tonight, big boy," she said with a playful smile, leaving the lumberjack suspended in a state of pure bliss. "Not before marriage," she clarified. "Ah, no, all right," Babita replied, a little disappointed but completely understanding. In the Batang Empire, tradition was law. Intimacy outside of marriage was strictly forbidden. As the future commander, he knew he had to be a role model in every aspect of his life, both public and private. Looking at her with newfound resolve, he declared, "We shall marry by the will of the ancestors after my mission to the Forbidden Mountain." Suzie's eyes lit up with excitement. "I can't wait for that," she replied. He then urged her to return to her room before anyone, especially Uncle Bibi, could see her. After one last sweet kiss, she slipped away. Alone in his room, Babita couldn't believe what had just happened. Was he dreaming? He pinched himself. It was real. He walked over to the window and gazed out at the three-quarters moon hanging in the night sky. It was the second moon since the passing of the governor. A new chapter was beginning, and the adventure was just getting started. Don't forget to subscribe to find out what happens next.